Hey guys, if you haven't heard about Anchor, it's the easiest way to make a podcast. I'm so glad I found them. They have made this experience one of the easiest and greatest. One of the best parts about it, it's free. Hey, you can't beat that. They also have amazing, easy to use creation tools that allow you to record and edit your podcast from your computer or your phone. Anchor also takes the time out to distribute your podcast for you so it can be heard on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, and many more. While you're doing what you love, you can also make money from your podcast with no minimum listenership. Anchor is everything you need to make a podcast in one. Why choose anyone else? Do yourself a favor and download the free Anchor app or go to anchor.fm to get started. That's Anchor, ANCHOR.FM. You won't regret it.
Welcome to Let Me Touch You podcast, Season 3, This Is Me. You're now entering a judgment-free zone where your hosts discuss any and every topic, but make sure to give you some motivational advice to go with it once you're done listening. Now allow me to introduce your host, the HBIC, Barbie.
Hey guys, how you doing? Welcome to Let Me Touch You podcast. I am your host, Barbie. And today I have some friends that have became family, the podcast family. And with me,
make sure everybody's phone is on vibrate.
Yeah. Do not disturb. Going now. Sorry. Okay. So, today with me I have the Let's Talk-ish podcast. Guys, introduce yourselves.
You know who it is, your boy Mr. Markus King, the world's infamous light-skinned guy. The good guy.
It's your boy Wavey. Keep your brushes moving.
Ms.B.
Okay, so I'm gonna do 3 little questions to get my listeners to know you if they haven't followed you already and listened to your podcast. So my first question is, how long have you guys been?
No, where the fuck they been?
I know they lost, right?
Wavey.
That's what I'm talking. That's what I'm talking
Where the
about.
fuck have they been?
Can you?
What, the curse?
They snoozing.
You can curse. It's okay.
They snoozing. They lose.
Yeah, you can curse, but
they snoozing. They lose.
See why I love you guys? You see?
So we have been doing our podcast for now 3 years. We are now in season 4. So the newest addition to Let Me Touch You. Sorry, so Let's Talk-ish is Wavey. He's the newest addition to Let's Talk-ish, and we've been rocking season 4 ever since. But we have been doing it for 3 years.
Wow, time goes by fast.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. How do you guys know each other?
Well, me and Wavey are cousins.
Okay, Ms.B.
Me and Marcus is just their friends.
Okay.
And me and Ms.B are war partners.
That I have so much love for.
You said war partner?
We're war partners, but it's a love.
Yes, so much love.
Yeah.
War partner.
Shout out to Ms.B.
Shout out to Wavey.
Ms.B. always wins though.
For what I've heard.
Who told you that?
No, they have great debates.
Well, who's telling you this?
That's us.
I said.
Oh,
No,
you the
but
host. So
no, other
It's
people have
just
told me
your
though.
show, so that's why you're gonna win this
Other
one.
people.
No, they haven't.
Yes, they have. You gotta stop questioning what people be telling me.
Because
right?
if I ain't see it, it ain't fact. You gotta show it to me.
It's not 8 o'clock, boo.
I
Save
have
it for
proof
8.
that you win.
I know.
Because
I be on your side most of the time, Ms.B.
It's not
with
8
stuff.
o'clock yet.
Oh, we doing it on here too.
No, we're not doing it on
You are
here.
where you are, who
Listen,
you
we're
are,
gonna
player.
stop.
Okay, if you guys could choose 2 words to describe yourselves, what would they be? And why?
Oh. Huh?
Let's go. Ladies first.
Mm-hmm.
I'm an asshole.
Is that the
But
2
a loving
words?
asshole. I'm a loving asshole.
Is that 1 or is that 2?
Loving is 1 word, asshole is the other. I'm a loving asshole. And the reason why I say that is because I got a very big heart.
Mm-hmm.
But when you push me to my breaking point, I could be the worst person you ever know.
Love it.
For myself, I would say.
That's Mr. King talking, guys.
Yeah, Markus King. Yeah, thank you. For me, I would say sarcastic and wisdom. And why I would say sarcastic is I could be a real sarcastic asshole when you push that button. But wisdom is because I'm wise beyond my years. I was raised by old school people to give me that way to understand things and see things from a different picture. So I'm more wise beyond my years.
Okay.
And I'm going to say different because I try my best not to be like anyone else. So I'm definitely going to say different. And the next one is just going to be, I don't know if you want to say comedic, because I'm being myself. So I'm different and I'm me. That describes me. And I'm wavy. I brush my hair. I love waves.
Wavy's always fresh, guys. His sneaker game is on point.
It's alright.
It's on point.
It's alright. Trust me, it was better back in the day. It's alright. It's okay now. I appreciate the compliment.
You're very welcome. You're very welcome. Today we're gonna talk about breaking love cycles. So, looking back at previous relationships, have you ever sat down and noticed that there's maybe something that you've done that continuously gives you the same outcome in every relationship?
Wow. This is the pot calling the kettle black, calling the black of the pot kettle brown and green.
You going first?
I won't.
Oh. So what was the question again? Can you repeat it?
Because this went back to ladies' night, if I'm not mistaken, ladies.
Yeah.
I don't know
Did
nothing
we
that
talk
she.
about this?
Listen to the question.
I don't know.
We asked the question.
Yeah, sure did.
Is there anything from your past relationships
Yes, you sure did.
that
It probably was.
It was.
It probably
Yeah.
was.
I'm gonna have to listen to that episode again?
Because that's when Smooth Trinity started going off, saying that she gives 100% of herself.
Oh, yeah.
Remember when
so
I
then
was
I guess
saying
so.
there's something about you that you may need to change
Yep.
in order to get over that hump? And
Yep.
I don't know if you guys want to say you guys agreed with her, but you was like, no, I ain't changing nothing about myself. There's something that you
But
may need to
actually,
change.
I would change something about myself. Now,
What would that be?
I love too hard. And I think that's my mistake. Because everybody love hard and being in love is two different things. So I love hard because I give my all in that friendship, relationships, everything. And I'm always there for everyone. And I think that's my mistake. Like, I have to pick and choose. Like, when to say no. And
Have a
not to
balance
care.
more.
Yeah.
Have more balance.
Mhm.
Okay. I would have to agree with that.
So,
Do you think how you carry yourself affects your pattern?
it might. Because I walk around and I carry myself in the sense of, I make it look like nothing bothers me. And I kind of hold everything in until I feel like I'm suffocating and I can't hold it in anymore. And that's when I kind of blow up. And I have to learn how that when something bothers me, I have to learn how to communicate when it happens instead of holding it in. Because then it ends up being a shit show after.
Yeah. We try to ignore it
Yeah.
at the moment or let it rock.
Mhm.
No, not to start a conflict or argument
Yeah.
right then and there. I'm gonna let this rock.
I'm going to let it
little
rock. Exactly.
bit. But then it just builds up and it becomes worse.
It does.
Mr. King?
For myself, I would say it would be opening up to my significant other. I would say that. That's been one of my flaws in any relationship I've been in. I'm very closed. Like, through certain situations, growing up, I've always kept myself without showing emotion. So being with that's been one of my, I would say that's one of the things if I could change, I would work on that to change that.
I think a lot of men have that issue with showing emotions.
Yeah, that's one of my biggest things.
I'll say 75% of
Yeah, please do. Because
Yeah,
Wavey's about to
I
give you that
know.
side eye.
You
Like,
see
there's
that?
two different type of men.
Nah, not in that situation.
Wait, what?
Not in that situation.
Wait.
I don't think in that situation it's two different.
Just the fact that
Yeah,
you
it
just,
is, because it's men that show it and
No,
men
you
that
just
don't.
had me like, damn, you just kind of put it in.
yeah.
Damn.
Yeah.
And I think it stems from the upbringing of the person. Sometimes, little boys, you see people that have boys, they don't teach the boys that it's okay to cry. Let's say if you see a little boy, he'll
I think
fall, like, get up, man up. Like,
I think that's
Yeah,
from
see,
men
that-
though,
see, that-
because women's don't do that. Like,
See,
when
that-
my son, I tell him, you gotta cry. Like, let it out.
Yeah, but you can't baby them too much because then they're
I'm
gonna
a
be
baby,
too
yeah.
emotional. Nah,
See,
I'm not
for
a
me,
baby.
I'm
it's that's what it was. My pops was like, he was one of those militant dudes who was like, yo, what you crying for? Man up, tough up. Crying for girls. Like, so it never gave that outlet to say if something was wrong, I had to pick myself up, put my big boy drawers on, and keep it pushing. Like, nothing's supposed to stop you from getting to your overall goal. If you fall, get up. You got a scrape in your hand? That's a scrape. Put a Band-Aid on it, keep it moving. Your emotions he was like, emotions show weakness. So that was my pop's mentality. Emotions show weakness. He was like, you don't let no one see your vulnerability. So you have to wear a suit of armor. So it's like, and that always transcended for me as personal and in relationships. I never knew how to take that vest off.
That's me too.
So when it came time to it, and I tried it, I was petrified because I'm like, yo, I never felt this vulnerable. That something affecting me.
It's a scary feeling.
Yeah, it is.
Putting yourself out there.
It is.
And letting the other person have control of your emotions.
No one can drive that car but me.
Yeah. But me with the kids, even with my daughter, because I have 3 boys and 1 girl. If they fall, let me see, you okay? I'll give them a little hug. You're not bleeding? Okay, that's it. Enough with the crying. I'll let them cry to a certain extent. Mm-hmm. And even my daughter's the same way. People be like, oh, but she's a girl. So I don't want her to be one of those girls that's always crying just because. So woman up. I tell her to woman up, and I tell the boys man up. But I let them do their crying to a certain extent. Mm-hmm. So, Wavey, how you feel? You think how you carry yourself can affect your patterns? Let's say, for example, if you're the type of person that's always going out, clubbing, smoking, drinking, partying.
Anything could affect your relationship that you used to do in the past, so you have to change it. Like with me, certain things that I did back in the past, I cannot do them now. And I know I can't do them now, but you just gotta put yourself in the mindset of like, I guess at that point in time you're having fun, you're doing stupid shit, right? So now you get into a relationship where you can't really have that type of fun. You just gotta put in your mind that I guess it's like a light switch. I could turn it off and turn it on. So I'm gonna turn it off for this relationship so it can work. If the relationship don't work, let's turn it back on. You know what I'm saying? Like that, because you can't do certain things going into a real relationship. So I changed up a whole bunch.
What would be one of those things?
To be honest with you, with me, I didn't have relationships back in the day. My stuff was flings and things like that, or whatever, pretty much being a whore back in the day. So it didn't matter. So that means ripping and running the street with different women, having no respect for yourself first, and honestly speaking, females and stuff like that. I mean, which I really wasn't a dick, but I really didn't care too much about any females' feelings because I let you pretty much know what it was, or you had eyes, so you seen what it was. But now going into a relationship where you definitely cannot act like that. You cut everything off. It's straight cold turkey. It's not really hard if you're doing it for somebody that you care about. So I cut off a lot in the past type of stuff. But as far as like being vulnerable in front of a woman and stuff like that, I don't have an issue doing it. But it's for one woman. It's not for the majority of the. You know what I'm saying? It's not for every woman. So you know what I'm saying? Because my pops, Dad was dead, but like I said, he worked. So I was around my mother 24/7. You know what I'm saying? So and my mother was tough, but she never was like I can't never remember her saying, "You don't show your emotions and if you fall or something." I know she get your punk ass get your ass up. You know what I'm saying? So with my kids, it's the same difference. With my daughters, it's just like, yo, you cry for a little bit, but did you get shot when you fell? No. So let's go ahead, let's get to it. You know what I'm saying? So, but you gotta have a soft side.
Yeah, the other day my daughter stepped on a piece of glass. She was like, glass. She was like, "Mommy, I'm bleeding. It's coming out a lot." I was like, "Emma, if you keep squeezing it, it's gonna keep bleeding. So just stop, put a napkin on it." And she just looking at me like, "You don't care that I'm bleeding?" I was like, "The glass is out. You're fine, girl. Keep walking." She just looked at me like, "Whatever." I kept it moving. Sometimes I feel bad because she's a girl and girls, but
no,
I don't want to be soft.
You don't want them being all prissy. Like my daughter used to say, she's 13 now. She used to say she was a fucking princess. You're not a fucking princess.
I call my daughter a princess.
Why you really? I call my daughter a princess all the time.
But she used to be looking at like what's the princess, the black princess on Disney, whatever it was.
Princess and the Frog, that one.
Nah, Princess Tiana.
Princess and the Frog.
That's her name, right? Tiana?
Yeah,
Tiana?
That's exactly. That's what I'm like, wait. That's exactly
I don't know what it was,
is.
but as she was getting older, I was like, listen, man, like, you can be daddy's little princess or whatever, and that's going to stop when you get a certain age, but,
why?
Huh?
You should always be.
Now, what it is with me is that, you'll always be that, but you know how they say, like, I'm waiting for her to get, she's 13 now, I'm waiting for her to get 17 and 18 and kind of grown. People was like, you crazy.
But it's other situations. The reason why I'm waiting for her to get to be that age, but she's 13 now, and she was like in this Kenny mind state with that.
It is Tiana.
Tiana, Princess Tiana, right? Yeah. So I used to be like, you're not a princess. Cut it the fuck out. You're not a princess. You're a young lady. Cut it out.
I think the Disney movies ruined us.
You think so?
Yes.
Why?
Because they give you this perception of what love is supposed to be. You're supposed to
girls.
find your, Prince Charming. And I grew up
what's
thinking
crazy?
that love was a saying, just like that. That it was supposed to be that way.
You ever heard when they say about like when you have a baby, everybody's like, oh, the baby. And you talk to the baby like that? All that stuff? They say you shouldn't speak to the kids like like
regular.
that. You know what I'm saying? Because they grow up thinking that's how you talk. And all this bullshit. So it's the same thing with those movies. They cool and all, but
They don't give you a realization. Of
right. Sometimes you gotta kick it in. Like you're a human. You're not a.
That's
you want to kiss a what?
I do like Frozen because Frozen, the storyline is that the sister saves her. She doesn't need the man to save her.
To save her.
So I love
It's like a family dynamic to show the strength and.
Frozen is one when they talking about fire and
earth.
She did all this shit coming with that. He's like Spider-Man. Like no, that's not the one. I'm like, well, which one are you talking about now?
At least she's doing that. You had your child thinking he was the Human Torch for a couple of years.
What?
He thought he was the Human Torch.
Yeah,
but he was.
Well, you know something, bro. I'm still Daniel LaRusso. I'm Daniel LaRusso. Right there.
I remember
to this day, I'm still him. What the boxer said? To this day. I
remember that.
I am Daniel LaRusso. I am the Karate Kid. I'm not talking about Jaden Smith. I'm talking about the original Daniel LaRusso. I'm still him.
Listen, for all y'all.
Yes.
Listen,
him?
Okay, what you think?
He's been that way since we were.
I'm him. And I'm also Lionel.
Who's that?
From the Thundercats. Jaga.
No, you're not.
Yes, I am.
You never watched Thundercats?
No.
You don't know what you're missing.
For real?
Yeah.
You never saw Thundercats in your
You don't know what you're missing.
Wait.
Now we
You have a fire stick?
You an 80s baby?
Yeah.
You never know what Thundercats is?
Bionic 6?
What?
What's that?
You got in trouble a lot?
You had no TV?
Why should I be in trouble?
I used to watch
you was
Saved
born
by
here?
the Bell.
You was born here?
Rest in peace to Screech.
You were?
Okay.
Yeah,
no,
rest
rest
in peace, Screech.
Yeah, shout out to.
I used to watch the white people stuff.
No offense, though, but hold on. He was a real asshole in real life, right?
Yeah.
He was a real douchebag and a racist prick.
Mm-hmm.
He had a lot to say about all of them on that show. He was a racist prick. He didn't like his own kind.
That bad?
Yeah, he didn't like white people. He didn't like no. It was just him. He thought he was in this world for himself. He was a real racist prick against all colors.
He was only 44. Though.
Yeah,
He was young.
He had lung
I was
cancer.
in love with Zach Morris. Okay, but let's not go over that.
Like Zach Morris? I did not find him attractive.
I used to dream of
You
him.
should like AC.
For real? No.
She
I
like
think that's
Screech.
why I still
I like
want a
dark
white
skin
boy.
guys. I don't like that skin.
Oh, so you
Back
like
then,
nobody
I
in
didn't
school?
like dark
No.
skin.
She like Lisa.
Yeah, there you go. Lisa was my bitch.
She's old.
Hey, preppy.
Okay, so the people who are around you, for example, your friends, family, can they affect your whole love patterns as well? Are you a believer of that or no?
That they could affect?
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm a firm believer of that.
How?
In what ways?
People being
Experiences?
around you and they have a big input. My mom has a very big input. My mom is the type that if she don't like you, she'll make it her business to let me know I don't like them and he ain't good enough for you.
Your mate.
Yeah, she'll be like, he ain't good enough for you, and I don't know why you wasting your time for. You stupid. My mom is one of those moms.
No matter how much good
Yeah.
you talk about them, it's still
That
like,
shit don't matter to her. Once you hurt me, she's like, yo, get him out.
Yeah.
On to the next. And that's how she's been, and that's how I can't say that's how my grandmother is. I think that was more, rest in peace, my grandfather. That's how he was. My grandmother's more of the, if you love, you fight for what you love, don't give up. She's one of those old school.
Yeah.
So my mom is like way different. My mom is like, you fuck up with me one time, you're out.
Yeah,
There's no
my
second
mother.
chances. So
She'll
that's
give me
like my
that look,
debate with
like,
her all the time.
My mother give me that look, and then I value my mom's opinion a lot. So there was a lot of times in my past relationships that I would consider what she was telling me, and it would affect my judgment.
And then you realize that it was like,
Yes.
damn, I should have never listened. I should have ended up staying because it wasn't that bad. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
I disagree. I mean, you can. I value my mother's opinion. That's my best friend. You know, but I value her opinion. But at the end of the day, I make the overall decision on what I'm gonna do. So I listen to what she said. I listen and assess from my own standpoint. I keep what she said in the back of my head and say just to be mindful of what could be. Mm-hmm. But if I decide to do something, it's because I chose to do it. I don't let nothing dictate my reaction to something else, because that's how you make one of the biggest mistakes. Because when you take someone else's opinion and you react on it, that's not really where your heart is going.
I agree.
You know what I'm saying? Your mind is like, you're torn because you respect that person's and value that person's opinion, you value that person's word, but then what about your own?
So that was me most of my life. I realized that a couple of years ago, but I had to stop doing that. You know, so like I said, I value my mother's opinion. I value down to the T, but like when I don't have it's between my mother and my sister. If I can't speak to those, like the most, besides my lady now, but besides those two, those are the go-to people who I talk to mostly. It's my mother and my sister. My sister, we close. We're 9 years apart. She's younger than me, but she's like very wise for her to be 31 years old. She's very wise for her age. But if I don't speak to them two or my lady, then I speak to my cousin, which is like, that's like my brother. You know, the thing I like about speaking to my cousin the most is because he'll call me out on my own shit. He'll be like, yo, bro, you wrong for that. And vice versa. So because we're related, we don't take sides. Yeah, I'm gonna have his back because I'm my cousin. I'm gonna tell him after everything is done, yo, bro, you fucked up. Mm-hmm. I'm not gonna put him on Front Street, but he's gonna call me out on my shit or call him out on his shit. And that's the fact where our relationship as being cousins, we only a day apart. So that's how we became more like brothers than cousins, because we don't hold back from each other. We keep each other accountable for their own shit. I have a friend like that no matter what, we, tell each other what it is, and we don't take no offense in it because we know we're just looking out for one another.
You have to have that.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
I had that. I don't have that no more. I had somebody that I was able to talk to whenever I had, like, this person was like the best person to speak to, and it's like we had it. So like now it's like I don't sit there. I don't have anybody to speak to.
Nobody. You don't have. Well, you can call me.
Oh,
I
thank
give good
you.
advice, I think.
Thank you.
People, let me know.
Got you. Because sometimes you need that
need
person to talk to. Exactly. And sometimes it's like, if it's just to even listen.
Mm-hmm.
So this is when I tell you, I sit there and I blow up because it's like, I hold everything in. So.
And sometimes what you're going through at the moment, you think nobody else has gone through it.
Exactly.
And if they went through it, they can tell you how they dealt with it, how they feel they should have dealt with it. And
or sometimes you just need somebody to listen.
Yeah.
Don't say anything. Just listen.
Let
me sit there and curse and throw and do everything, and then be like, all right, now come talk to me. So.
That's true. Wavey, you think your friends, family affect your relationships or no?
You can't allow. I can't say they're not outsiders because of their family, but you gotta value whatever you're asking them, the information they give you. You have to value it, but you gotta make your own decision moving forward from there. I never had, like I said back in the day, my mother, she ain't like you, but it wasn't nobody that I was bringing. If I brought you home, then that you was considered a girlfriend. You know what I'm saying? But the ones that came home, Candace, she liked Candace. She liked Candace.
Ladies, she only liked Candace.
She liked Candace, you know what I'm saying? So like, and this is young. You like, 15, 16, Candace like 17, 18. Like 17, 18, you young or whatever. So, I mean, they are considered relationships, but if my mother didn't like you, she didn't like you. If I knew she didn't like you, you wasn't coming home. If I didn't see nothing in you, you wasn't coming home anyway. You know what I'm saying? But
that's the way to do it.
Right. Whoever I introduced you to, right, pretty much the basement when she wasn't there, right?
You was going to the basement.
Yeah, that was it. So,
Jesus.
But if she told me, she wasn't interested in this female or whoever it may be that I'm dating at that particular time, I definitely would pay attention to what my mother say, because they see more.
They do.
Than what you're actually seeing. It's just that you're young at that point in time, so you want to be like, oh, my mom just don't like you for what it is. She ain't like you. I knew it wasn't going nowhere, or whatever. But she passed away. Rest in peace to her.
Yeah.
So it's my sister. And my sister, she pretty much, Sonya get along with everybody. But Sonya stayed to herself too. So I never really had too many people that these family members didn't like. You know what I'm saying? Like, I never really experienced that with her. Like I said, the same thing like he said about our relationship is vice versa. So I can come to him and speak to him about anything I need to speak to him about. And he'd get on my ass, he'd get on my case. There's one situation that we spoke about that I still ain't changed. You know, there's no funny shit. It's you know, but with that situation, I be thinking about that shit, but it's just like, I don't got that connection there. You know what I'm talking about.
Yeah, I got you.
So, but I got time as long as God give me breath in my lungs. But just as far as like outside influences or family members influencing on your relationships or things that you're gonna do in your relationship and stuff like that. I mean, I make my own decisions. You know what I'm saying?
So in other words, we should like take consideration to what everybody says, but at the end of the day, follow our hearts.
Yeah, follow your heart.
Sometimes my heart be fucking.
Yeah, I'm about to say, don't.
I ain't following my heart no more.
Do not follow your heart.
Do not follow your heart,
Follow your
people.
heart.
Do not.
Follow your common sense.
Yes.
It's a double.
Wait,
edged
you know
sword.
what? I agree with you.
It's a double edged sword.
I got
though.
it for sale.
Listen, it's a double edged sword though, because you know why? You follow your common sense. Sometimes you make knee jerk decisions and reactions. You follow your heart can lead you down a good path, it can lead you down a wrong path.
But answer this though: would you rather follow your heart or follow your common sense? When both of them lead you to a path where you like, damn, that was the fucking dumb choice. Which one would you rather be able to deal with? Because some people follow their heart and get to a path where it's fucked up, and now they got a mental issue because, damn, I followed my heart. So the next time I do it, it's kind of like I can't even trust myself.
That's true.
When you follow your common sense,
Never know, I think.
It's like the roll of the dice.
Yeah. So it's like when you love. Do you love with your heart or do you love with your mind?
I see, I love with my heart. I need to start learning to love with my mind and not my heart.
Love with my heart, and I'm constantly
do both.
Do what?
One always overpowers the other.
In that case, you're
better
right.
be 75-25 or 50-50, whatever the numbers.
One does overpower because your mind, as they say, your mind plays tricks on you, and your heart does give you. Sometimes your heart gives you a faster feeling that you can't control.
Yep.
You can't control how the heart feels. You can't control who the heart loves. You can't control that.
That's where people get fucked up.
She said,
Fuck this shit.
I'm controlling that shit.
Listen,
You
from this
controlling
point
your heart?
on, my
Oh,
heart
yeah.
don't have no say so with anything that comes. Like
You gotta control it.
that shit is locked with the key. I threw that shit in the
Remember what I
water.
had
You
said.
You
sit.
can control it to a certain
Yeah,
extent.
you can. Yeah, you can.
I don't think you can control it 100%.
Some people.
Sometimes you
wanna know
gotta sit there and
something?
do it.
When we used to work at the gym, when I was working with you at the gym, right? He was the manager at the gym. I was the doing maintenance at the gym. Remember Rodney and them? They was lifting 300, 400 pounds and shit like that. I was doing no bench press. I was just doing my push-ups, pull-ups, and dips. Period. Then as I started getting into lifting, I said my goal was going to be able to lift 225. I got to the 225. I lifted. I tried to go past it and stuff, but I'm more so like calisthenics. I like that. But my mind was saying you can't do, like a good example now. I hurt my shoulder. I haven't worked out in like 2 months, 2.5 months, and my mind is telling me you're gonna feel pain when you go in the gym. You ain't gonna be able to do the stuff you normally do. So you need to just wait. And waiting has been 2 months, and I know damn well my shirts ain't fit me correct the way I like, and this and the third. So I should just take my ass in the gym, mind over matter. So when that heart kick in, that's like you gotta love her, you gotta love him, and you know they wrong for you. Your common sense, the other 50, needs to kick in and say, heart.
But
Motherfucker.
now does that
Shut up.
But
now,
listen,
nigga.
does that other 50 kick in and is cautious because of past experiences?
No,
Because that can't play a figurative part. And
Yeah, but that brings me to the next thing. Your past experiences. That can definitely ruin your whole pattern. If you bring in to the new relationship what you went through before, constantly thinking about he did this, she did that, it's going to be a never-ending cycle, and you're going to keep going through it all over again.
But that's it. I think that's if you allow that. See, I'm different. I feel like that's a weak mind. You go through stuff that you go through in your past First of all, it's to build character. It's a reason that you go through certain stuff, and it's a learning experience. If you learn from something in the past, and you continue to repeat it in your in the future, in different parts of your future, there's something wrong with you where you're not changing. You're not you're not changing to your surroundings, your situation, whatever it may be. You're doing the same thing because maybe God's telling you, you ain't learned. So you know what? Throw that at you again. See what you do.
Really?
That's how I feel.
So somebody that gets their heart broken. It was for a reason that they got their heart broken.
I believe that.
Yeah, you
do.
Everything.
I believe everything happens for a reason.
Even a broken heart, I believe it happens for a reason.
You learn from it.
Yeah, you learn how to be cold and not love. That's what you learn how to do.
Maybe that person wasn't for you. No matter how hard you loved them, they probably didn't love you as much as you did, and they didn't deserve you. So you got your heart broken.
If you don't go through anything in life, you can't evolve as a human. You can't be a better vision of yourself.
True.
So you have to go through. But the thing is, once it happens again, you know what I'm saying? If I use my shoulder, this happened before. So it's like this time. It's like, well, dummy, you know what you should be doing, or you know what you should do to get to where you want to be at, which is back in the gym.
Okay.
I'm just choosing. Right. You know what I'm saying?
We should know better,
Yeah,
but it's easier said than done.
Why?
It's hard. I
You
don't
can
know
sit
if
there and
us
say
females
whatever, yeah.
love differently, but it's hard for us because I've gotten my heart broken twice by the two main relationships I was in, and you would have thought
It better not been the same thing, though.
Huh?
It better not been the same thing. You can get your heart broken in two different relationships by
With
two
two
different men
different
with two different reasons.
Both
Don't let
the
it be
same
different men,
reason.
same reasons.
I got cheated on both times.
Okay, so that's not you. It's not you, but then
Yeah,
it is
it's
you.
exactly.
It's you, but it's not you.
It's not me, but then again, it makes me wonder: is it really them? Because you know how they say, "Oh, if someone cheats on you, it's not you, it's them."
Right.
No, it's
If it happens
it's
to
both
me
of you.
twice, is it really only them? Maybe it's something I'm lacking.
No, it's no. When it comes to men cheating, I don't know if we're on this, but when it comes to men, cheating, there's no woman that's gonna be able to say, I do all this, I do all that, I'm a whore, I'm doing all this crazy shit that he want, I do it. I bring people in, whatever it may be. There's no woman that's gonna be able to say that and keep that man from cheating from just that. It's just not going to happen.
So if a man wants to cheat, he's going to cheat.
He's just going to cheat because he wants to
The same way if a woman
freaking
wants
cheat.
to cheat, she's going to cheat regardless.
Right.
It
So
goes both ways.
you have to now be lucky that you with somebody that's
that
past
you
that.
and
Yeah,
wants
he's
to be
past that
with
stage,
you.
or she's past that stage in their life.
So I gotta wait till like a man reaches like his 40s or some shit.
There's no age.
Not even. Not
There's
even.
no-
When
there's
it
no
doesn't
age.
work good enough.
No,
that
it's
not
he's
even.
tired. Like
You gotta stand like this, right? There's no age, and I say there's no age because I can say like this: we lived a life where we was being forced at a young age, so it was like women left and right. But when you get older, your mindset says, you know what? I'm past that.
Yeah.
So I know what that life brings. I know what that life is about.
Yeah.
I don't have to go and entertain that life because I know.
Then you relapse. Because we relapsed a couple of times.
No.
I can't with you, Wavey. I can't with you.
Well, before, but you understand, like people have that mindset, but then when people who've never lived that lifestyle, who never was into the multiple women, who's always in relationships in the beginning, now they get a taste of it at an older age. Now they're like, this is what I want to do. I want to see what's out there. I want to play the field. I want to go out there and do that.
So, in other words, us females, when we meet someone, we should ask the guy, more or less.
Are you done? Are you done with the fuck shit?
Okay.
Keep it 100.
That's gonna be my next line.
Yeah.
The next nigga I meet.
Like-
You done with the fuck shit? Cause I ain't got time
Did
for
you get
it.
it out of your
Don't
system?
come straight out
I'm-
and
You
say
can't
it.
come
Why?
straight
I'm
out.
coming
You can't-
straight out.
You can't.
We
I-
giving
I-
y'all the
That's the
gems.
problem. Why we gotta
You
sugarcoat
know,
it?
I'm not
a lot of
sugarcoating
men.
shit no more.
Listen, a lot of men cannot handle a woman who seems to come off strong.
But if
know.
a man loves you and you meet somebody that's gonna love you, he's gonna be able to handle that.
But Ms.
It's
B,
only a
okay,
weak nigga
you
that
won't-
can't
you-
handle it.
You won't know. Every nigga's a weak nigga because he won't know when he first meet you.
Let me tell you something.
Me and you going on a date. The
Me
first
moving
question.
forward, right? Now that I'm single and I start to hit the dating scene, the way I go about shit is gonna be completely different now.
How you going about it?
I'm going about it.
Yeah.
I ain't got time for the fuckery. I don't have time for the games.
What's the fuckery?
The fuckery is you're not gonna sit there and act like you want a relationship, and you're not gonna sit there and act like we're doing something when we're really not. If you
But
just
that's
want to fuck, let me know that's all you want to
Ms.B,
do.
you know that's what you coming into a dating situation. You
Listen,
know that's
I
what
ain't
you're
got
gonna
time
get in
for
the
that.
beginning, right?
If you just want to fuck and you don't see yourself being in a committed relationship down the road, leave me alone.
Let it be
Go
known.
fuck with the next one. If all you want to do is
So
fuck,
how
listen.
can
If
be
all you
jumping
want to
in-
do
you
is
can't get
fuck,
out of one and go straight to another. It should be some whore.
no,
Why?
no.
Why?
No.
Yeah, why?
Why X Y at the Y?
No.
What do you mean? Because
Nope. You want to fuck, you let me know you want to fuck. Excuse my French. If my shit gets wet, we could fuck. If it doesn't, then on to the next. I ain't fucking with you. It's that simple, and I'm gonna let you know from jump.
It's bad for y'all.
Yeah. Why?
Why?
I'm telling you.
I don't give a, at this point, I don't really care. If
We
it's bad, if
shouldn't
it's not
have
bad, and
to-
how people look at me. I don't care.
No,
know
it's
what
not
it
about
is?
how somebody look at you,
I
but
don't
it's
care.
just
The way we approach the guy in the situation, it shouldn't be that way.
But
And it
it
sucks
is.
because it is that way, but it
Yeah,
shouldn't be
but
because we're
nah.
sitting there like, if I ask him this question
Yeah.
too early on,
I'm not
it's
doing
gonna
that.
turn him off. Or if I do this, it shouldn't
If
be
you gotta
that
say like
way.
this, it's called what's the biggest thing that people go off for nowadays?
Vibes.
No, perception. Your perception of what this person is, or this person's perception of you, is what they tend to go off of. If they perceive you to be, part of my friends, if they perceive you to be a whore or
But
whatever,
how do you perceive a female to be a whore? What do you have to see? What
if
do
a guy's gonna throw in a conversation, I'm gonna drop this. This is a gem. I'm gonna drop for y'all ladies real quick. You talking to a guy on the phone, right? If within the first couple of conversations, or within that first conversation, he's talking about at least ran into sex, or he throws like a sex innuendo out there. He's trying to see how far he can go, or see if you're gonna be a jumper from the first time, and that's how he's gonna approach you. That's how he's gonna do it. But if he sits there and has a legitimate conversation with you based off of just y'all have a feel-free conversation, y'all just vibing off a conversation, then he has respect for you. He has respect for you. But if he intensely does sex into the conversation off the rip, he's trying to see if you're a whore.
But sometimes y'all can act like y'all respect us and have these genuine conversations with us
And
just
still do the
to
same.
get
Yep.
us to like you guys
See, but
and
that's
fall
on
for
y'all.
you.
But time out. It's
And
not.
once you guys see that we there, like the fuck boy comes out.
That's on
No,
y'all.
but that's called what? And I told you that's called a representative, right?
Yes, I say that all the time.
Everybody. Real niggas don't have representatives. Here, that's what I'm saying. Real niggas don't have representatives. Other niggas try to emulate what other people do because they see, listen, damn, how can I get a woman like you? So I'm gonna have to act like him and say, he a cool guy. He's laid back. I see ladies like him because he's cool and laid back, right? He's not forceful to the ladies. So they like somebody who's cool back and reserved, right? Mm-hmm. So if I act like that, I may get the same kind of attention. That's not really who I am, but if I act like this, I can get that. So all I'm doing is playing the part that he's playing, right? Because back in the day, a lot of females like the bad boy. They like the rough guy, the tough, as they call it back in the day. So what happened? The good guys who wanted the girls had to try to be act like they were hard and tough. They got their ass whooped because they know they couldn't fight.
Yeah.
Then you now, because now women don't want that type of dude. They want a dude who's not on the corner. They want a dude who's either in school, working, doing something productive with themselves. What happens? Now the guy who ain't doing shit has to emulate himself to be like the good guy. So now you're gonna fall for the guy. Well, you gotta say, you know what? Yeah, I'm doing this, I'm doing that. Okay, I'm in school. Nigga probably on the corner 24/7. You would never know because you at work. Mm-hmm. So when you at work, you can't talk to him. So when you do see him at the end of the day or whatever came in, he done did his little shit in the street. Now he's chilling with you. You don't know what his lifestyle is outside of that. So you just gained yourself a fuck boy, but because you don't know what he's doing. So he's pretending to be the good guy when he's with you. He's the good guy.
So help us determine how
You can't
Because you guys are
determine it.
hard-headed.
how we hard-headed.
That's just my opinion.
So we be seeing the signs. We know that they're there.
Sometimes you do.
And we ignore it.
Yeah.
Sometimes you
Well,
do.
first of all, the issue that you all females have, and I don't care if your viewers, not to say, oh, I don't care, I don't want it to come up that way, but a lot of females will say, oh, they just want to fuck, and that's it, right? Mm-hmm. All right, cool. That's what you signing up for, right? Here go the paperwork. You signed up for it. You signed up for it because you let me bend your ass over, right? Mm-hmm.
All right, cool, right? Because we had these conversations and it led to that and it happened. So you signed it when I smacked the ass. Now, there are in that contract. Sometimes it's fine print and sometimes it's just bold letters. But you guys act as if you can retract from the contract and change the contract. It's already typed up.
You think?
Which is your feelings.
But niggas don't catch feelings?
No.
I'm getting to it.
Yes, I do.
Niggas don't catch feelings?
I'm getting to it. I'm giving y'all the gems on what you just asked.
Okay.
Because if I introduce myself to a female as just a sexual relationship, that's what it is. That's all it is. I'm the nicest sexual relationship that you'll get. Cause some niggas is straight like it's sexual and that's it. Fuck you, bitch. Excuse my language. That's it. No respect for you. I'm gonna give you some type of respect. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna give you some type of respect. We can maybe go out once or twice. But that's the extent that our relationship is going. I'm not catching no feelings for you. That's where I come into.
Though, and this
but
is
hold
why
on, this is where it comes in when I said, what were we talking about now? I said you got it's common sense and
thinking with your heart.
Right, you got to learn how to fix that shit because me and you getting in a relationship, we just gonna fuck. All right, Cole, so me and B just gonna fuck. That's what it's gonna be. I'm gonna make sure that's all we gonna do because I might see you a couple of months down the line and feel like you might be somebody that I feel I could be with. So I won't let my emotions and stuff run me in this situation with you because I see it may be something here with that. I may not want to fuck you, not to say it like that, but down the line, that's not the first thing I want. I want to get to know you because I see something in you. We can feel that, right? So that's how we know how to determine what's what. Now back to like a physical relationship, we're gonna be like this. It's just physical. That's it.
This is what I'm saying. I know because I was in a situation like that. Dude was talking whatever. We could keep it as a fuck thing. We was friends. He caught feelings.
He wasn't. He
caught feelings. You know what I had to do? We didn't sign up for this. It was just a fuck thing. You go about your business. I started talking to other people. He got in his feelings.
He don't know how to deal with his feelings. He should have got himself in that situation.
Because what he did was he
don't call him a fuck boy.
I ain't call him a fuck boy. I call him stupid.
See what he did. See what he did was this. He's as the sexual contact became more and more. He started seeing
the potential
of saying, you know what?
Yeah.
If she's this way and we just having sex, what could be the other possibilities?
Or was he just sprung off your ass? Or did he really?
It could have been an infatuation from sex.
It could have been whatever. He wanted the whole relationship. He wanted the whole nine. And I wasn't feeling it.
Because sometimes sex,
he probably saw, most likely he saw.
He probably did because he seen the type of person I was.
I'm not getting in a relationship with nobody that I've had a fucking relationship with. And I'm not going further.
See, this is why a lot of people say why I make a man wait a certain amount of time to have sex with.
And how long ago was it? I mean, how long was it?
She said 9 months.
No, the most I've made someone wait was 9 months.
Shit.
But it's because exactly that.
9 weeks is how many?
9 months is how many weeks?
9 weeks.
Times
4, 5, 6.
She said 9 months.
9 months.
She didn't say 9 weeks.
Right, 9 weeks is like 2 months in a week, right?
What?
4, 8, no.
Because she said 9 months, and I'm saying 9 weeks.
9 weeks is a month.
That's 36 weeks.
No, 9 weeks.
9 weeks is 4 months. I mean 2 months. Because it's 4 weeks in a month.
Well, yeah,
it's 2.5. It's 2.5.
One left over.
I'm
trying to bring that shit down because.
But it's because
you giving me some before I'm not waiting 9 months. You are giving. What are you talking about?
Shit, you be lucky if I make out with you.
Yo, bomba clock this. You are giving me some. You're giving me some.
No.
Yes, she is.
No.
Yes, the hell.
But it's because of exactly what you just said.
You gonna get it
because of what?
You would not get into a serious relationship with someone that you started off that way with. Let's say you and I meet.
I'm not waiting on 9 months.
I'm not waiting on 9 months either.
I'm not waiting on 9 months for no way. I'm sorry. I tried this. You heard what I said. You heard what I said on my show, right? I waited, and then when it happened, I was like this. Is that it?
No fireworks.
It's like the 4th of July, no fireworks. You can't do that.
But listen, but this is why. What? Let's say you and I meet. We have a sexual attraction for each other. We have sex. You have that set in the back of your mind. No matter how much you guys say it doesn't matter when we give it to y'all, it does matter. Because you already have that set in the back of your mind. And you wouldn't just develop anything serious with someone you started just fucking. Why not? just because it started that way.
Because
she can be a great woman, and you refuse to not give it that chance just because of the way it started.
I shouldn't have fucked you.
You can't take me serious because I fucked you so early on.
Because I know you probably did the next.
Exactly.
See, with me, I'm not even thinking about what you did. Not to say it like that. What you did with the next nigga. It's just the fact that
you can't even look at it that way neither.
Nah,
you can't look at it that way because guess what? If you sit there and you fuck somebody on the first date, it doesn't necessarily mean that that's what it is. Shit happens. People are adults. You understand what I'm saying? It's either gonna lead to that y'all just gonna be fucking partners, or it could lead into a relationship. Either or.
Yeah.
It does.
It does.
It does.
Can. You shouldn't judge a female just by that.
No,
that it can.
Knucklehead over here saying
that's his opinion though. His opinion's not wrong.
And 50% of the men think that way.
They think like him.
Think like you. There's two different kind of men, right?
Yep.
There's one that think.
In that situation, there's many different kind of men.
It's different. It's different ways, but it all depends on.
But this is why, because everybody always asking me why, Barbie, why you do that? Because a lot of people, they just think of you a certain way just because one action shouldn't justify or give you this whole view of the type of female I am. I'm not that way. Mm-hmm. If we're out, we meet, we're drinking, we're vibing, you never know what I was going through. I'm stressed out. I need to release some stress. Mm-hmm. And you're there, it can happen. It's never happened to me.
And now it turns into, after that happens, it turns into manipulation.
But see, a guy in his mind would say this, you know what? Damn, I hate that.
Yeah.
She a whore.
I know. That's why I won't let it happen.
It's respectfully saying a whore. It's not even like,
it's not a bad way of saying you're a whore, but it's like, damn, I just fucked her first night. She a whore.
Yeah. So you wouldn't wife a girl that
no, but see, it
depends.
It depends on that individual's mentality. Like
you wouldn't. What if you fall in love with her? What if the sex is great? Y'all become good friends.
The sex is not great.
Can I talk? And you see that she's a great woman. She was probably having an off day. She was going through something.
Nah.
Can I ask you about the one night stand, right? When you have this has been so long since, you know what I'm saying? So one night stands, and they say the sex was so great. A one night stand is like when you in the club and you vibing with a girl, you dance, y'all drinking, and the next thing you know, you sleep with her in the stall, or you go to a telly, something like, right?
In the stall.
See what I'm talking about?
See, in a bathroom stall.
I don't want. Guys, just remember, this was back when we were 17, 18,
yes,
19, and 20. We're not like that. Because that's what I'm talking about.
I had sex with somebody on the first day, and we ended up being in a relationship.
Where you had sex with?
I know someone too.
That's
they ended up
what it is.
Married. Like it
does happen.
It happens. It all depends on the person.
But the thing is, what type of issues do they have in their relationships from it? I'd rather meet a female and know that, damn, it's something about her where she just straight cool. Something about her. Mm-hmm. And yeah, I will fuck her, but something about her is telling me that it's a little bit more than that. Yeah.
But and you now end up getting to know the person.
Right, but I'm saying though.
And sometimes it works. Sometimes it works and sometimes it doesn't.
Right,
it
but
all depends.
I more so will pick the female that I encounter. I see you walking down the street today and we exchange numbers some kind of way. We speak and change numbers. And we speak.
That would happen, Bugger.
Huh?
That would happen.
We don't exchange numbers in the street?
I don't exchange numbers in the streets.
I don't know how they do it nowadays.
I'm just saying.
He said, I don't know how they do it nowadays. He's been out the game for a minute.
Michael Jordan's my idol. So that trickles down to Kobe, right? And people take Kobe and Mike for being arrogant, but they what? They just the GOATs, right? Yeah, so when you say that won't happen.
No, I'm just saying with me, there's some females that are okay with that. I've never been the female to stop for someone.
This is what I'm talking about. Yeah. This will be your first time. So now.
This will be your first time.
You need to remember. Like, stop. That's how I feel.
Stop them alone.
That's how I feel. Because I'm not going to come at you, yo, man, all that type of shit. No. And I've never been one to speak to girls in the street either. But
it just makes me think how many other girls you holler for at
like before you.
But I'll be expecting that line. So
what makes that matter? I don't want to be one of your options. It matters to me.
But how many guys you have you went through before you found the one? I mean, we options too.
Right.
Not all at the same time.
It doesn't matter.
What do you mean all at the same time?
It doesn't matter. You still have options, right?
You pick up 10 options in one day.
It doesn't matter.
In the summertime,
how do you know that guy's trying to holler at a female throughout the day? Because I never hollered at females in the street. I never did it.
When you were younger, you know?
No.
So how did you get your females when you were younger?
Be honest with you, either they came to me
right? Or when they friends was like, oh, he's interested, or we work together, and it just happened. I could always say, and that's on my mother, I could always say I accept it. It's probably a handful, and when I say a handful, excuse me, I mean like the crippled handful. the strong handful, where I could say I actually approached when at them.
I never did that.
But other than that, it was just like, all right, cool, I'll do it.
So relationships approach could be another thing. I've only approached one guy ever in my life.
How'd that turn out for you?
It turned out good.
It turned out good. 13 years good.
Yeah, that's good.
I remember I was in the club. This was back in the day. Remember when the guys had the braids and all of that going on? So he walked by me, and I was like, damn, he looked good. He got some long hair. So I pulled one of his braids, and he turned around, and went from there.
I approached two and it lasted 13 years. So it turned out good.
Let me say something to the women too,
What?
because it's funny you said that, right?
What?
This beard here, right? I forgot how long I've been growing this beard, but before this I had a beard about 3 or 4 times, right? Now this one kind of coming a little bit full. I had one that was real long, and women used to be like if that's me, they would be like, "Oh, your beard is nice. Can I?" And it's beard is nice at the same time. It's like this. Your beard is nice. The hand is coming up, and I'm like, the fuck, don't touch my fucking face. You know what I'm saying? Because we see women that got some big ass titties, that got some big ass asses and thighs. And we're not like, yo, god damn, what's going on? Show your nipple. See this and that ass, we ain't doing that. So how can you just pull his hair? What did he do? He just got pulled. He was like,
he turned around, and we started dancing.
Oh, that he was meant for you. That's how y'all supposed to meet. Yeah. I wish I was still together, because that'd have been a good way to tell y'all kids I met. I pulled your damn father here, because I'd have been like,
who the fuck is this?
Really? I'd have been raping you, like, since we touching each other, don't know each other, it's okay, right? Shit.
For me, the same thing. Every other guy that I've talked to, dated, whatever, is through someone I know, worked with. I've never dated anyone.
I've never dated anybody that I've been cool with, like their friend. Never. Like I've never had anybody be like, oh, I got somebody for you. No.
And I want to change that.
You want to change that?
I don't want to keep dating people that I know through someone else. Like I want to genuinely meet somebody.
So you're single now?
Yeah, I've been single for almost 3 years.
And are you looking to get into a relationship, or you?
I want to start dating.
Are you scared to get in a relationship? Is the question.
Why?
Yeah.
Why are you scared?
Because I know the way I love. And I love hard, and I think the next time around, I'm only gonna give it one more chance. I'm saying that now. I'm gonna love
you can't say that.
No, yeah.
You know what?
One more chance. That's it.
Here's what I'm gonna say. You know why? I'm gonna say this. Don't look for someone. That someone will find you.
No, I don't think so.
It is, because you understand.
Especially now with COVID, they're gonna come knocking on my doors and it'll be the mailman or something.
It might be the guy that you don't want to talk to you in the street, like I just said.
Yeah.
It might be him.
It just might. See,
so I just might have to start doing that. No, I can't.
See,
here's the
so
thing.
you know who you should stay with? You know who you should stay with
by
them?
myself.
Yes, sir.
You ain't by yourself because you got your kids.
Yeah.
Yeah, you get toys in your hands.
The kids in
The hands?
I just got some new ones too.
But here's what I'm saying to you, right? And this is a different thing.
Why you gotta look at me like that for?
Because you're on the same team today.
Well, hold on.
Go ahead. Sorry, go ahead. I got excited talking about toys.
You gotta understand something, right? Everything in life is meant to happen for a reason.
Yeah.
Yes.
Your person is there. God puts things in perspective for you. He understands that you've been through whatever you've been through. He understands that you are willing to love the way you love. That's never going to change about you. So he's going to place someone which is going to be your person. Everybody eventually in life one point in time finds their person. Right? That person is going to be that person where you're going to go through ups, downs, good, bad. That's your person. You understand what I'm saying? They're going to love you the same way you love them. Y'all going to have your compatibility, but you're also going to have y'all differences. You're going to find that person. That person's going to find you. Or you're going to find that person. Because all you got to do is put it in God's hands. You can't go out there and go like, I'm going to search sort of like a goddamn finder. Because you're going to keep running to the same shit. But when you let it go and you leave yourself open to the option and the possibility, that possibility, like he said, could be the same guy that you turn your head to could walk down the street right past you, because you happen to have that idea, say, damn, he's cute, right? Mm-hmm. But he's not. He's not gonna be. He may not be interested in me. You have that perception now. So that guy who just walked right past you, or it could be the mailman.
But I never opened the door for that time. Leave the package at the door, please. Thank you.
You might never know. Because now I have to go back and retrace my steps. And everybody I'd be like, nah, I'm good.
You know how many times I said, nah, I'm good.
I do have to admit, I tell you that y'all hard-headed, and I don't mean it in I don't mean hard-headed in a derogatory way or a negative way or any kind of way. I mean it in a way that your mom will call you hard-headed. You guys are hard-headed. Yeah. We fucking knuckleheads too as men, but y'all hard-headed because
not necessarily.
If I see you across the street, and I'm interested, and I go out of my comfort zone and go talk to you, because I don't do that. And it's not about you turning me down. There's nothing wrong with that.
How do you know they sincere? I had some dudes sit there.
That's y'all. I just said hard-head one.
No, it's not hard-head. I just had somebody hit me up, right? Was sitting there, was like, hey, what's up? Started off with the whole podcast thing. Mm-hmm. That's how it started off. Also, I see you in a podcast. Then so can we talk about podcasts here? I have a podcast, X, Y, and Z, right? And then it went from that to, so you know you're kind of pretty, right? And then it went to, so you know, can you hit me up? And then it went to, yeah, so I have a wife and kids. Okay. Then it went to, but we have an open relationship. So, nigga, you fucking kidding me?
Yeah. I recently
at least he was honest. But
he was honest.
Yeah, obviously
right.
You don't want
then
that.
I went back to look at the pictures, right? Because he was honest. Like, open relationship? Oh, okay. I was like, yeah, no.
I recently had a guy reach out to me that
he's not my type.
He was interested, and he didn't mention anything about having a wife and stuff.
Oh, this
then
one did.
We followed each other on social media, and I saw that he had a wife, and I was like, oh.
In your DM?
Yeah.
No,
and on purpose, I like double tapped the picture of him and his wife, and then when he hit me up again, I was like, oh, your wife is pretty. How long you guys been together? And he was like, such and such. And I was like, are you happy? He was like, yeah. I was like, all right, then why are you in my DMs?
Nah.
Please.
And what'd he say?
He was like, oh, there's something about you.
Oh, there's always something about you.
I was like, I've heard it's the glasses.
Yeah,
That's exactly what I said.
Your glasses make you look. Girls with glasses, back in the day, those was the freaks.
Ever since Wavey told me it's the glasses,
now
glasses. Every time like somebody says glasses,
use your glasses. Use your glasses to exam. Well, I mean, do you use your glasses to see?
Yeah.
Don't do that then. Don't take them off. But I mean, you know, you find who you're looking for, just like he said. But you got to be open, and you don't look for the individual, but you can't shut down every individual that's trying to holler at you. You know what I'm saying? So, if I try to holler at one of y'all did it to me, I'd take my L and keep it moving. But I could have been the one that, you know what I'm saying? I met my girl a weird way. She was not to pub it, she was cussing somebody out on the phone. I heard it out my window. Came downstairs to get something from my car, and she was cussing the motherfucker out on the phone, whoever she was cussing out, and somebody would look at that as, damn, she mad fucking ghetto, mad loud, and this and the third, or whatever, and
turned you on, like, ooh.
Nah, I'm saying it didn't turn me on. Not to say that it turned me on, but it was just like, some people would have been like, fuck that, you know, I don't got time for the ghetto shit. You know what I'm saying? I didn't. I kept going, and it went from that to 8 years. You dig what I'm saying? So. And I was nice that night. I was a nice guy when I was trying to talk to her that night, or whatever happened. So that's what I'm saying. But I was trying to talk to you, and you shutting me down. I'm not gonna come at you with the pants sagging and what's going on, and however they do it nowadays. Yeah. I'm gonna deal nice. But then if you're like, you know, I forget it and keep moving. You lucky. I might hit you with some snow.
I remember you years ago, I was in movie theaters with one of my friends. This was back when 161 movie theaters. Mm-hmm. And these guys were trying to talk to us, and we're ignoring them. We're sitting in the front, and they're like, "Oh, man," and we're ignoring them, like whatever. All of a sudden, they started throwing packages of ketchup at us. I was so freaking mad. He was like, "Y'all want to be stinking, act like y'all shit don't stink," and all you see is a whole bunch of ketchup flying all over the freaking theater.
I was young.
Serious? Yeah.
That's also.
But I do have to, like,
you know,
Gotta be open.
ever since my last breakup, I have sat down. I think another thing too to break your pattern, you have to like sit down, analyze why each relationship didn't work out, accept what you have done or have not done.
Exactly.
And that's the problem that most people don't do. They don't take accountability for their part.
Yep.
They always say
look at
what the other person did and say, damn, well, he did this, he did that. I was given this, I was given that, but like Wavey said, what didn't you do? There had to be something about you that had some kind of effect. It may not have been 100%, it may not have been 60%, it could have been 30%. Some percent of what you have done did cause that situation to shift.
Yeah.
So you have to take accountability, whether it's in a good way or in a bad way. You still got to take accountability.
Like with me, when I sat down to think about things, the main thing is the cheating. That's the only thing I've gone through. So I feel since I dealt with it once, a lot of men can learn from their first mistake. You know, if she forgave me the first time, let me not risk it the second time.
Sometimes
y'all both waving your head no. So if you forgive you once, you're gonna keep doing it again.
I think so. I think if you forgive a man for cheating on you, since you already forgave him for that, I feel like he feels that he could keep going out and doing it because he knows that because you're in love, you're gonna keep doing the whole forgiving thing.
He done cheated. He got caught once. He done cheated 3,000 times. Again. He cheated 3,000 times already.
He gonna learn from his mistake not to get caught again and keep doing it again.
Yes.
And just learn from that. Okay, so that's
it
the
just
first
gets
thing.
to a page when they
I
say,
have to not forgive easily.
Like a criminal. When a criminal get caught the first time stealing and robbing, right?
He's gonna make sure not to make that.
He gonna make sure not. He gonna go rob and steal again, but he gonna make sure not to do the same shit. Same thing with the cheater. He cheated once, got caught. So his pattern now, he gotta be more careful how he cover his tracks.
But then it's bad because then at the same token, as a woman, you're gonna keep on questioning and you're gonna keep on
you're
like
gonna go crazy.
Wait, he moves, especially if you know your man.
Yes.
If you know your man and you know his moves and you know how he is, you're gonna start questioning everything.
Yeah.
in my opinion, I don't even care how much you know of your man, how well you know him. Girls gonna always think some crazy fucking shit because of
that's
past.
not true. No, that's not true.
Some other nigga did it.
No, that's not true.
No.
That's not true.
Hold on, I'm about to get there.
Get there, motherfucking
ask you a question. So say your ex-boyfriend, right? He always used to do this with his phone, right? Always. So and then came to find he was cheating, right? So now this is a new relationship, right? New relationship. I say a couple of weeks in, maybe even close to a month. And the first time you're out somewhere, he does this. What?
No.
You're lying. That's
no, I'm not. You want to know why?
Go ahead.
Because I've learned that I cannot bring everything that I went through from my past into the next one. It's a clean slate.
But don't women? But you may have learned that. But how many women didn't learn that and they continue the same shit?
All right, but that's why they have to learn.
You know what? I think you doing. I don't know this. Are you hiding something? Cause why you turned your phone over?
Man,
why you did this?
That's why I make it very. My phone is like this. Oh shit! I got a message. My phone is like this. It is what it is. If I put it like this, it is what it is. If I put it like this, it is like.
No, honestly, depending who I'm around, I do the up or down.
Why?
If I'm around my kids, I'll put it down. In case, depending on this, well, now I changed the settings where things won't, you can't see the preview. Because you never know if somebody texts like me something crazy and my kids are right there next to me and all looking in the phone, then okay.
Yeah.
Around a guy, I don't care if you're not my man or we're talking or whatever, somebody texts me or calls me, I'm going to answer the phone and text right in front of you.
Exactly.
I don't check for.
We know that, Wavey.
Because they
and Wavey loves to give his passcode out to everyone.
5890.
You see, he'd be like, check my
5890. Y'all, if I lose my phone, 5890. The thing is, like, I'm not going through your phone. I'm trust me. It's like court awareness. I could dribble the ball up the court and know who's behind me on the left or the right. He ain't gotta tell me you're watching left. I can tell. So I pay attention to my surroundings. I pay attention to what women do with their phones. If the phone's like this, the phone on vibrate, if it's this. But
that's another thing, phone on vibrate.
Yeah, I pay attention.
You see, I have my phone on silent because I don't want to hear the shit ring.
No,
I don't want to hear the shit ring. I don't.
I'm gonna tell you this.
I don't want to hear the shit ring. So I have my shit on silent.
My nephew has his phone on silent. So one time I couldn't get in the crib and I'm calling the nigga outside. I'm calling his phone. He's not picking up. But I text the nigga. Nigga, you in the house? Yeah. I just called you 3 times.
He might have
Just
had it on
oh,
Do Not Disturb.
Nah, he got the ringer off. So I get in the house, I'm upset. I'm like, why the fuck is the ringer off? Oh, I don't like how the ringer sounds. So, you know, I almost fucked Justin up in the house that time, right? It doesn't make sense.
It does.
You see?
So when you guys are around your mate, keep your phone on.
Ringer?
Yeah, yes. Act as if you, because all these different things that women do and have a reason behind it, that a man gives you a reason behind it, it looks fucking weird to y'all. It looks weird to us too. So leave your phone.
I have my shit.
Leave it.
I have my shit on silent.
Why?
Because I get the fucking text messages at 2, 3, 4 in the morning. I get the phone
Why
calls,
are you
the
getting text
notifications.
messages at 2, 3 in the
I
morning?
have friends.
Wait.
See, first off, female friends. Stop.
No,
Before you
why?
even sit there with
I don't text. Do I text you 2, 3 in the morning?
No. No. Listen, for real though.
No, but in this situation, hold up.
In female friends.
In this situation,
we do it.
I leave my phone ring on vibrate because my emails go off at 2, 3, 4 o'clock. I don't understand how that shit does that, but
okay, me, I leave it because I have friends that be like, "Are you up? Are you up? Let me
look
tell you
here.
Let me tell you what this motherfucker just did to me. Dude, at 3 in the morning, that can't wait till like 7, 8.
It happens, yeah.
No, I need you. You gotta call me now.
It happens with the wiping of the eyes.
It does.
I know
it does.
No, it does happen.
I'm not saying it don't, but this is a good reason to use
Some
next to it as an
females will put
excuse.
it. Some females will put it on vibrate just to sit there, and if they are doing them or whatever the case is for their man not to know. Some just do it because they just don't want to hear the. I have an Apple Watch, so even if my fucking phone is on silent, all my messages, phone calls, everything comes to my watch. So I don't need to have. You'll see me like, oh, somebody text me. Oh, somebody called me. Hello. It's that simple.
On ring, especially because I have kids. Even at work, my boss will be no cell phones on your desk.
Shit, I had to put my shit on vibrate because of my job.
My phone is right here.
You guys' excuses, because it's from.
It's
there's
not
2 women
excuses.
here, mind you.
It's
I hear excuses
It's
from
not
many.
excuses. What are we gonna get out of line?
Okay, why
The
do you
reason why I'm
guys have
saying,
your phone
hold on
on
for a
vibrate?
minute. I never had mine on that. The reason
Yeah,
why
we
I'm
know
saying,
that.
Because you're different.
No, but listen. The reason why the reason why I say that it's excuses is because if you ask me why I have my phone on vibrate and I say because at work we can't have it the ringer on, and when I got off, when I got off,
I forgot to take it off.
I went and got a haircut, but then when I decided to go to the sneaker store to see the sneakers was out, by the time I got home I forgot to put it on ringer. This nigga's dick is smelling of a vagina. He's fucking cheating.
And I think
I caught your ass from the ringer being off. That's what y'all do though. Am I right or am I wrong?
No, insecure women will do that.
Yeah,
because a secure woman is not going to give a fuck if your phone is on ringer or not.
Yeah.
They're really not.
What I'm saying is.
What are you saying?
What I'm saying is.
You're not listening. You're not listening.
What I'm saying is.
You're
the
not listening.
Excuses.
Time out, I got a text. Listen, I'm being like dead ass. Like, it's not.
Yeah. The excuses.
It's no excuses.
The excuses that the female give for why their ringers is off is not adamant for us to tell you guys.
So me telling you what I just told you, is I'm lying?
My phone don't
I don't know. I don't care.
My phone don't go off at.
I wouldn't
Go
care.
off 1, 2, 3 o'clock in the morning. My phone don't go off at the time.
Right.
But I still have my ringer on vibrate.
My notifications go off late at night and it pisses me the fuck off.
Yeah.
Turn them off.
I don't like to put my phone on silent because then I'll forget to put it on in the morning.
Not me. I put my shit on silent. I have my watch on. I know who's calling and who's not calling. It's not an excuse.
But I'm not gonna. I said for me, if you tell me that I forgot to do it, how you forget it? Do you forget your charger?
All right, so like look.
I sure do.
What the fuck is this?
I do. I don't carry with a charger. I don't.
You on your phone 24/7, all right?
I sure am. The shit die out. I got my watch.
Okay,
I'm not worried about it.
You can't wear sneakers without shoestrings. You can't, right?
I have.
You gonna keep your shoestrings, right?
No, like. Wait, you gotta be so freaking complicated. You giving me
a
headache.
Because the reason is because sometimes some excuses I hear from females about phones and stuff like it just be to me. I'll be like, what the fuck? If I said that, it'd be an issue.
You know what it is? The way you move would dictate certain shit. Like, but I agree with Ms.B. and I agree with both of you. I'm gonna say why I agree with Ms.B. first. If your mate trusts you and your mate trusts you and your mate respects that. It has that secure factor. You made him or her secure in that relationship. Then your phone being on vibrate, whatever, should not be a factor. Yes. But then I also agree with Wavey in the same sense because some women, no matter what, even if they say they do trust you, something in the back of their mind will also bring back something they may have experienced. So it's a lose-lose win-win.
Not to trust
I used to take every day when I took a shower. I would take my phone in the shower, put it on on the where the window is at, and I have the speaker in the corner so it can project the volume, and I will put on whatever video I was listening to when I was at work on YouTube or whatever it is, and I take a shower. It might look at a sneaker video when I'm taking a shower. Now, does that mean I'm in the bathroom cheating, like texting other women and shit like that?
No.
Right? It doesn't mean that, right? Some people think that that's what it means because you taking your phone.
And
everywhere
once
you
again,
go
those are
now.
people that are insecure and probably went through whatever they went through in their past
Exactly.
relationships.
So it's a win-win,
it depends on their
lose-lose.
experience, especially with you.
Correct.
If you've cheated on them,
No, it's not
before,
the same way. The same
and not even.
No.
And not
I can
even.
see if they went in your
Not
phone
even.
and seen some
But
shit, you
that's
taking it with you.
not
I can
even.
get I can get the comparison. But with me, whatever you do with your phones, you do it. But just know that I notice it. Let's not turn it into a game. Because I'm very competitive. Let's not turn this shit into
Scorpio,
a game.
we know.
That's how I feel.
Go ahead, I was waiting for you to hit because I'm a Scorpio.
They already know. November 11th, November 12th.
November 12th.
You already know that
I'm a
shit.
Virgo.
Don't.
What's your sign, Ms.B?
Taurus.
I know your son. September.
August.
Well,
August Virgos are better than September Virgos.
My mother was September.
I have to disagree.
7th.
Whatever. So
I'm a Taurus.
I have to disagree
Why?
because I give August Virgos their respect because my mother and my sisters in August, but my youngest son's in September, so I have to say you're wrong about that too, and he a Virgo too, so I gotta say you're wrong.
But they're different. You'll realize the difference.
No, they have different
Yeah.
personalities. It's the same sign, but it's just a difference.
Yeah.
Female and male.
No, I'm an
Yeah.
April Taurus.
Okay.
So we're very,
What?
April Taurus are they're very bullheaded. Very
April?
stubborn. April Taurus.
April. What's your birthday?
April 25th.
So
It's after.
you close to Aries, right?
It's after Aries.
Aries is the beginning of April.
But it's not.
No. So,
Is there anything that you guys have realized from your past relationships that, faults you've had, things you should have changed, or you wish you could have changed to break the cycle that you had before?
Yeah. Of course.
Like I mentioned me, number one, of course. Forgiving men when cheating. I'm not, next time around, if a guy cheats once, that's it. I'm not forgiving.
Well, mine was pretty much fucking the wrong fucking girl. Who the fuck
Hallelujah.
fucking the wrong motherfucking girl.
Hallelujah.
That was mine.
That's mine.
Because
She was the wrong girl.
what?
oh shit, here we go. That's like another
Don't
topic.
get-
we're not doing
don't get
that.
him started.
Yeah.
Why
we're
was
not-
she the wrong girl?
Me is communication.
Communication.
Learn how to, when something bothers me, just sit there and speak about it, not
Yeah.
hold it in.
Especially in the beginning.
Yeah, because I feel like when you sit there and you hold it in and you get them accustomed to you not speaking how you feel, when you do speak on how you feel, you're nagging, you're arguing, you're being an asshole and all that.
Yeah.
And it's not that. It's just that you kept it in for so long that it's like, ugh, baby, you giving me a headache.
Wow, you saying it? I ain't saying nothing.
You
They
giving
know.
me-
Then they know I ain't saying nothing.
You won't.
What?
Stop. But yeah, that's my thing, communication.
Yeah. Communicate, especially in the beginning. Don't be afraid to communicate, no matter how you feel the guy's gonna feel about it.
Yeah, just
Say what you need to say.
Just say no, but say it the right way. Cause you can say what you want to say, but it's like watch. What is it? What's that saying? It's not what you say, it's how you say it. Yeah, that's all it is. And I feel like some people get beside themselves and they sit there and they try to talk to you and belittle you and downgrade you, and it's not cool.
Yeah, that is true.
It's not cool at all.
Mr. King?
I would say communication for me. That's one of my one of the things I would say I'll do different. Communicate more. I mean, I have been learning to do that now, to be more open.
How you gonna communicate more though?
Because
From the past, because
what you mean?
me and you will be speaking from, I guess you can say you speaking from what you're in now, because when you say in the past, what you mean?
I would say- okay.
Who the
Your
fuck
past-
is you communicating better with? Communicate with better back in the day? Fuck them
Okay.
hoes.
From your
When
past
we was younger.
relationships
No, I'm not
that,
talking about.
didn't
Okay,
go nowhere.
like you said, we had three relationships. So I would say
He says we, like they were in the relationship together with the
They
Nah,
actually were.
All our stuff is like for real. It's like
Well, what happens to one happens to the
no
other.
lie.
no lie.
That's what I'm saying. I can't think back in the day who I wanted to communicate better with.
I would say Siobhan one. You already know that was. So I would say that.
They don't count.
But it does count. It does count. I was with
I
her
wish
all the
I
time.
communicated better with. I ain't even saying
All
that.
right, okay. We're not hitting that.
I would say
subject.
communication. I would say communication in general,
Okay.
whether it's a relationship or not, because of the fact is, I've been closed and not being so expressive.
Mm-hmm.
So I will always say that. Like I said, that was one of my downfalls in any relationship. Was my communication part. I never felt the need to express how I felt about something. I just kept it inside and just dealt with it and kept it moving. Whether it bothered me, whether it was whatever, I never showed that. So I guess
You're
what my
Scorpio.
communication now, I'm doing it now, so it works.
Okay.
That's a trait from us. Like how you said you hold a lot of stuff in and then you blow up.
I know.
We hold
I speak
stuff
to a
up and then we
Scorpio every
fuck up
day.
the
Trust
world.
me. I know.
Crazy.
I've been
I
hearing
know.
good things about Scorpios, though.
You heard what?
We're the
Yeah,
best.
and you fucking missed out because he walked by and tried to speak to you.
Oh.
Have I dated a Scorpio? Scorpios
No.
from what date to what date?
Scorpio starts
November 11th to November 12th.
Yes,
November 11th to November 12th, 1980.
yes, sir.
That's
it.
What's the
Dark skin,
date?
light skin.
October 22nd to November 22nd.
Okay, so my first was a Scorpio.
He don't count.
He was nice. He was a nice guy. He was a good guy. I cheated.
He
I
cheated.
was young.
You see how you fucked it up? You fucked it
I
up.
was young.
It don't matter. You fucked up.
Wait, so you cheated?
Yeah.
So look
it's
wait a
you.
minute.
I
So
know
you
the
are
glasses.
in the cheating club.
Nah, she got
That
glasses. She's got
I
on
was
glasses.
young.
guys.
Bullshit.
I was still in high school. He was my first boyfriend. He was older than me. We weren't off topic, guys, but sorry, real quick. He was a really nice guy. We waited. He waited. He was a very long time to become my first. Then, once I got the little taste of stuff, I was like, I want to start dating other people. I'm tired of him already. And I just met this guy.
He brought the freak out of you. That's what happened.
I met this guy, and one day I'm with the guy in my mom's backyard, and the guys from my block knew my first,
Fucking in the
which was my
backyard?
boyfriend. No, we chilling in the
Oh,
backyard.
you said you was with him in the backyard, but to say wow.
So the guys from the block knew my boyfriend. So I guess they got
Anyways.
pissed. They called him and he came. So we chilling in the backyard, and all of a sudden I see his car pulling up in the backyard, and he caught me there, sitting there chilling with another guy.
Alleyway.
The alleyway. That's what you used to do back then.
Nah, we had an
Marcus?
alleyway on in our old area, and that's what it was.
That's where it used to go down.
Sometimes, yeah. But
That was the spot.
that was the
They
walk.
had fun back
That was a
then.
walk of shame. I think. Remember, Angel walked out.
They said, come out like this.
Mm-hmm.
They walked out.
Ooh, you coming from the basement? But nah, you.
I was young.
So you don't got none of that in you now.
No.
So,
Why are you looking at me like that? Just because I have glasses?
Nah, it's not. I'm
I don't
looking.
have that on me.
When I look at you, because you laughing.
Because of the way you're looking at me.
Wow.
No, I'm not a cheater. I'd rather leave you before I cheat.
what changed you from being a cheater?
I cheated once and I got
still
caught so
won.
fast.
She's not. She can't cheat. She's not in a relationship at this particular time. But you can be provoked to cheat.
And if I'm provoked to cheat, I don't love you enough then.
You will be still loving the person.
Nah,
You're
I
not-
can't. If I cheat on you, I don't love you that much. So I might as well leave you.
Wait, damn, it's like when he retired and came back with the 45.
So, no. No.
Even Ms.B is like, see,
You think you can cheat on someone and really still love them?
No.
Exactly. Us females, we're different.
No.
We cheat. When we cheat with our emotions,
We
not
don't.
with just with our
I-
vaginas.
Exactly.
Like men cheat
I
with
cheated
just
once.
the penis.
I cheated once, and
Ms.B, you're very sexual. So you have never, you have not cheated just once.
No,
once in
I
your
swear
life.
on my kids, I cheated once. I'm not even lying. I cheated one time. One time, and it was a fucked up feeling. I would never do it again.
Yes.
I don't like the way I felt, and I didn't like the way that person felt. I
Do
would
y'all
never
see
do it.
my
Wait, what you
fucking
say now?
face?
Like
We're
y'all.
not y'all.
What you
Like,
mean,
men.
y'all?
Why would y'all say us? Me?
Wait, who?
I'm saying
I'm
men.
texting-
Men.
Oh, please, yeah, thank
I'm
you.
sorry.
'cause, You know?
Because I think
Jordan
you're lying.
You know, we
What?
won championships.
I think you're lying.
I just told you. I swear on my.
Put the book down.
No. I
You
swear
shouldn't
on my
have to
kids.
swear on nobody.
Right, I swear on my kids.
Yeah, you
only
should.
one
Don't
time.
do that. I just
One time.
Because
I
you're like, I
cheated.
felt so bad afterwards.
I did. I felt bad, and then I ended up leaving my baby father.
You felt bad.
And I ended up leaving my baby father.
You felt bad
I felt bad after I fucked.
here.
Nah, not that
Did
position.
you feel bad
The other position.
When did you feel bad?
The other position. After I was done, and I got up, and I was like, damn.
Like I said.
I gotta go home to
No, right. And I have to go. I gotta go home to him.
So was it the walk of shame?
It wasn't the walk of shame because I got my nut off. But I'm just saying, I was like,
Yeah.
Then when I got home, I looked at my
You had to fuck again.
No, I looked at my baby father and I was like,
you
you should have never cheated on me.
Well, yeah.
Now look what happened.
So
I fucked somebody else.
Right?
And
Have y'all cheated
On who?
on a female?
Hell yeah.
Okay, and has there ever been an instance where you were out cheating, you came home and you had to fuck again?
Of course.
And y'all just do it like nothing?
Well, you gotta be in shape. You gotta be in shape. You have to be in shape. You gotta be in shape to do that. Yes. If you're out,
we're gonna save
men.
that for
If
another
you
topic.
okay, if you're out
Go
cheating,
ahead.
men. If
that
you
little
men
gem for the men.
I don't want your viewers to think this is how I am now. So
But,
I don't want y'all to have selective hearing.
We are not like this now.
We are not like this now. But
This
we
was in our
before.
teenage years.
When you're out cheating, if you cheat on your mate, you gotta understand that when you come home, you might have to fuck again. She might want some, and you're gonna have to do it again. If you don't, some women, I don't know which ones or whoever, but they may feel that you was out doing something. Okay, you may, so you wouldn't know back then. You wouldn't know I was out doing whatever I was doing. Let me smell your dick.
Smell your dick.
That's one good way to find out, but then Nick can't fuck you
If it smells
afterwards.
too fresh,
Now niggas go in that bathroom get the alcohol.
if you were out working or at the gym with your friends and you come home and your penis smells like soap, you were cheating.
You gotta take a bath at the
If it
gym.
was at the gym, yeah.
You take baths at the gym. They got
Not
showers.
everybody does.
Most niggas do.
Well, if I come in the house and
if
you
you know
smelling
if
me,
your man doesn't do that normally, you can't use that excuse.
see how y'all looking for the different
Who's y'all?
Your man,
Women.
your man.
You know what I'm saying? You said
We know how our men operate.
that's what I'm saying.
Each
So
man
that's what I'm saying.
operates different.
Listen,
So
I don't
me,
know.
if I was
think
your
niggas
man,
used to
right?
come with a fucking manual.
Watch this. Me, if I was your man back in the day,
Shit.
I could go out and cheat and come home and fuck you no different than how I normally do. Whatever amount of rounds we go in time, I could do that. This is back in the day, guys. I could do it then. Do it now too. But how would you know if something changed?
Well, you're good at it.
Y'all just don't.
Like she said,
listen,
they need
stay
to
in your
come-
lane.
I think men should come with a manual.
Yeah, each of them.
How the fuck should we? Excuse me. How should we come with a manual? And
I
they've been
think
saying
so.
that about y'all for years.
Who said that? When? Where?
And how?
Google it. Show me.
You never heard
Show
that
me the
women
facts.
are just so hard to understand? Y'all should come with manuals.
No.
Yeah.
Does that come from the man perspective?
Yeah,
We always
yeah,
say that.
yeah,
Y'all will
different.
never hear
Yeah.
that. You're right.
I don't know. Like I
We need
said,
to come with a manual. Give
I'm
us
gonna
something
put that
to
shit in my- I'm gonna
eat.
make an application though.
Get us something to
You need
eat.
to come with
Buy
a
us
manual.
Jordans. Leave us the fuck alone.
no.
And that's
Fuck
it.
no. Did you ever hear that saying that when you buy your man a pair of shoes, they
He'll
walk out
on you.
I ain't walking out on you because you bought me
Yeah.
some damn sneakers.
and they walk
on.
out
Yeah.
your life with the same
Yeah.
fucking pair of
And it's
shoes you
true,
got
because
them.
the 2 men I was in relationships, I used to always buy them motherfuckers.
You cheated on them, you said.
No,
No!
I cheated on my first when I was in high school.
It wasn't meant for you guys to be together.
No.
That was your learning experience. That's all.
Yeah, he was a nice guy.
And that's the reason why you did what you did to him. Y'all get the nice ones and you fuck us over.
Whatever. Okay, any advice on breaking relationship cycles that you guys can give to someone?
I can't give any advice. I just went through a breakup, so you could ask these
I'm
two.
sorry to hear that.
You can't
Sorry
give
to hear
No, I
advice.
can't.
She's working. She's a work in progress. So
Exactly.
she's,
So I can't.
the things that I've learned about myself, she's about to start going through that. Every relationship is different. So I'll say my advice is, number one, speak about the things you will and will not tolerate. Try to do things a little different. Let's see what else. Accept your faults and learn from them, grow from them. Try not to let history repeat itself. And don't let your past hurt follow you to the future.
I would agree with you on that one. And also, be honest with yourself. Be honest with yourself. If you're not ready to date, you're not ready to be in a relationship again, give yourself that time to heal. You understand what I'm saying? Because what you may went through is not the next man's fault. You understand what I'm saying? Or what you went through may not be the next female's fault. You gotta have time, as it's called, self-reflection, self-love. You gotta find yourself at that point because you not invested yourself into a relationship for however long it is. It's been 2 years, 3 years, a year. That's your time that you invested into a person. You know what I'm saying? So because you invested that time into a person, Now you gotta find a time to get back to you. So give yourself that time to find you again, and then you understand now what you like you said, what you're gonna tolerate, what you want now moving forward.
Yeah.
Because if you don't take that time to find yourself, to get back to yourself, to love yourself again, because a relationship is, once you break up out of a relationship, it's drainful. It's draining, especially if it didn't work. Because you're like, damn, I just spent all this time in this relationship and to get what, nothing?
Yeah.
So now you gotta get back to yourself. So now when you get back to yourself, you can have a clear mind and say, you know what, this is what I'm looking for, this is what I want, this is what I'm gonna do now moving forward. So be honest with yourself. That's my opinion and my advice.
I agree with that. Very well said.
My advice is what was the question again? Not to sound. I want to.
I lost my train of thought.
Because you have the glasses.
Shut up. What advice would you give people
You know them glasses.
to shut up? I can't think. When it comes to breaking patterns and from their past relationships,
Breaking parents.
Breaking patterns. Wavey.
Patterns.
The only advice I'm gonna give you about breaking patterns is just like everybody else said. Be the pattern breaker, meaning work on yourself. Pay attention to your patterns, because the common denominator is going to be you, the issues that you have. You just going into a different relationship with a different individual. The common denominator is you. You everywhere. You know what I'm saying? Everybody can't, 3 people can't say something about one individual and those 3 people don't know each other and they say the same thing about you. You get what I'm saying? So if you get into 3 different relationships and have different issues, you see the problems that you're having. It can stem from the men, because we are all different but still do the same dumb shit as men sometimes. But still, is what you putting up with and bringing into the next relationship and putting up with and bringing to the next relationship and not changing. It's something about you have to change. Moving into a relationship. And if you're not ready to get into another relationship, you take your time out. It's the reason why you're not in a relationship. God put you in that situation the same way we got this pandemic. We in the pandemic for a certain reason. And I think it's not for one main reason, it's a different reason for every individual in the world. It's what you take from the pandemic. So it's what you take from your being single, or what you take from being in a relationship. Moving to the next one. Just don't be stupid. I mean, come on. If you're going into a relationship, you having the same fucking issues, it's your fucking ass. When I mean, not by what the other person is doing, I mean on your behalf. You know what you do, and you know what you don't do.
And it could be something as simple as you being one of those that
a
tolerate
pushover,
anything.
you know what I'm saying? A pushover, too nice.
Simple. Yeah.
A walkover, things like that. You know what I'm saying? It's a lot of different things. You can give one guy everything, and it don't work out. That doesn't mean in the next relationship, don't give that nigga nothing.
Yeah. Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? You gotta tweak it. It's just like when y'all cook. Y'all guys are cook. You know you can't just pick a whole fucking pound of salt and do that. Sometimes you gotta take a pinch. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
As simple as that. You when you're cooking, you use it as that. When you're cooking, you don't always put a whole handful of salt and stuff. You put a pinch, but you just can't say, well, the white woman said a pinch, because your grandmother knew how to do it without measuring cups. It's like that.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And if you guys wear glasses, if you females wear glasses, it's over for you. I don't even be in a relationship, because you guys are fucking freaks.
Really?
Oh,
Where's
I'm
yours?
gonna have to get coffee.
Shut up! I gotta wear
Where the fuck
mine.
is yours? Where's yours at?
I gotta wear mine.
Okay, so alright. Okay.
So the points you guys made were perfectly said. And for those who are going through breakups, take your time. Everything happens for a reason. I'm a true believer of that. You might not see it now, but down the road you're gonna be like, you know what? I'm glad this happened because you know God has something better for me. And throughout that process, look, I've been single for almost 3 years. I'm a little closer to being ready than I was before, but I'm still not fully. What?
Go like this?
For what?
Let me see how fast your hands move.
No.
Sometimes you.
fucking
but
Go ahead.
I guess that. They go fast. They go fast. Take your time and make sure you're ready for whatever it is that's God has in store for you. And when it comes to love, we have to love ourselves first.
Yeah, absolutely.
If you don't love yourself to the fullest,
you can't love anyone
nobody else is going to make you happy. I feel like the next relationship I go into, I want my cup to be full. And then that person that comes in, let their love be like an overflow of my love for myself. Am I to that point where I'm at 100%? My cup is 100% full, not yet. So that's why I say I'm not ready yet.
What do you have in your cup?
Hennessy.
Told you, motherfucker, with glasses. I told you. I thought she was gonna tell me some juice. Some
So
water,
make
some
sure
straight
your cup is full before you allow anyone else to come and take from your cup or try to pour into your cup.
Correct. Exactly.
So the quote that I'm going to use for today is as follows. Be the person who breaks the cycle. If you were judged, choose understanding. If you were rejected, choose acceptance. If you were shamed, choose compassion. Be the person you needed when you were hurting, not the person who hurt you. Vow to be better than what broke you, to heal instead of becoming bitter so you can act from your heart and not your pain.
I like that.
So guys, let them know where they can see you, reach you, get your merch, all of that good stuff.
You can check out our online store at letstalkishpodcast.com. Go get your hoodies, go get all the merchandise you want from there. Check it out, letstalkishpodcast.com. You can follow me on Instagram at Mr. Markus King. That is Marcus with a K, not a C. So it's Mr. Markus King. You can follow me on Instagram. You can stream all of our shows on iHeartRadio, Spotify, Pandora. You name it, we on every streaming service you can find us on. We even on movie things that you can find podcasts on. We on those too.
Movie stuff, they have that?
Yeah, they got podcasts on. We on them. One called Plex. I just found out we on that.
They're gonna put me onto that.
Yeah. So we on a lot of things, guys. So check us out every Saturday and Sunday, 8 p.m. We on IG Live. Oh, follow our Instagram, Let's Talk Ish Podcast, all together. So
it's on the store, right?
Yeah, the store again, letstalkishpodcast.com.
We also have like Let's Talk Ish eyeglass frames. You women can definitely chime in and get those.
Yo, that would be a crap, Wavey.
So
what?
You can go ahead, give me your Instagram names or whatever you want to do.
I thought you was gonna just do it for everybody.
You can follow. You got Ms.B at the one and only Ms.B. It's a couple of underscores in there, so it's one underscore only underscore.
I'll put it on the description.
Yeah,
guys.
and then you got Wavey. Yeah, it's too much.
Yeah, we don't remember that shit.
You don't have to remember it.
I'll put everything on the description.
No, I'm saying all of those shit. We don't remember. I don't.
No, I don't mind. I just didn't like saying it.
But thank you very much, guys, for joining me. I had a great time discussing this.
Yes, sir.
It's always a pleasure being with you guys, and I will definitely have them on again. Hope you guys enjoyed it.
Yes.
Like I said, make sure to go follow each and every one of them, listen to their content, and watch their lives on Saturdays and Sundays. I'm always there, putting my 2 cents